Hi, I'm Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where I break down all the goals scored in the Premier League, using my over 20 plus years coaching experience, doing lots of things in the world of the old footballs. I give you a different analysis that these idiots on TV don't give you, and actually tell you the truth about what's really going on. And right now we're talking about Chelsea versus Burnley, and the truth with Chelsea is Pochettino is out of his depth. Yes, you've heard it here first. So there's a different level of coaching. What happens when you're with a really big team? Yeah, he was okay at Paris Saint-Germain. I think won a title. Didn't want it. No one cares because it's Paris Saint-Germain. And it sounds horrible, but I think he probably had Neymar and Mbappe, and nobody cared at the time. There's a different step up when you're going through a club, like when it was at Southampton and Tottenham, to trying to do something at a club that demands success like Chelsea. Chelsea fire managers that win Champions Leagues. And I'm like, if Roman was here, he'd probably been fired 10 times already, 10 times over. Now, there is a massive difference. When you're in a lower level club, the expectations are much, much easier to deal with. And you only have to make one or two players better and keep other players happy. At Chelsea, he's not making any players better at all. You go look at people and go, oh, he's had a good game, except for Cole Palmer. I mean, Palmer, has he got better? No, he was a good player before he came to Chelsea. And what you really want to be doing as a manager or a coach at any level is try to polish one player a week to make him a little bit better than he was last week. And maybe you stay on that player for about 3 or 4 weeks to get some consistency out of him before you start moving on to another player and trying to get a real consistency in your squad. There is none of that at Chelsea. And you get some sort of idiots having some analysis of how... I want to show you how terrible a player is right now. So we're talking about Modric. He is awful. And I'm going to show you, the ball's come in here. What's this first touch? Bosh. That's his first touch. He only makes it up because he's got some pace. But that's his first touch. That is absolutely awful for a Premier League football player. We're going to play that for you one more time so you can see it coming in. Here comes the pass. Bosh. Look at how bad that first touch is. He can't go on and run and smash that into the net box because, he hasn't got any sort of ability to play football. He can really run fast in a straight line and hope the ball's in front of him. Or if the goal's in front of him, he might get himself a goal like the one he did the other week when he was in front of the goal. He just carried on running. But right now, I'm going to show you, because this is a red card here, apparently, from this guy, and it's never, ever a red card. Again, look at how bad Modric's first his touch is. The ball is giving the defender the opportunity to tackle him, which is, it should never have happened. He should already, with this guy's pace, he should have already been, look at where the keeper is. He should have already got a shot off. It's just, he's terrible at football. Now again, his touch goes here instead of here to finish it into the goal. There's two things wrong with this. One, right, okay. First of all, everyone's going, oh yeah, but Cash, he got the player sent off and got a penalty. Yes, so? It doesn't make him a good footballer. I don't care what the outcome is. I care what's the right thing to do. Because if you keep doing the right thing, you get the outcome over and over and over again. If you get lucky because the referee's having this idiot here is absolutely terrible at refereeing and sends this guy off and gets a penalty, that's luck. That isn't because you had a good touch and just fired it straight into the goal, which he should have done. That's exactly what he should have done. But he doesn't. He puts the ball around the player here, tries to run across the player, and then gets the player sent off because he does this. Let's have a little watch. Pushes the player, not really. He's just running, bit of a coming together, and gets the ball. Ref sends him off for this, and we'll show you from another angle. See, now here's the other problem. Mudrik's played the ball around this guy. Mudrik can't play the ball now because technically the defender's in possession of the ball because he's the closest one to it. Mudrik's just knocks it around him. Now he's got to run all the way around him. Well, where's the defender going to run? All the defender's doing is slowing down. Look, his eyes are on the ball. Yeah, his arm's on his shoulder, but, his hands somewhat, yeah. Not really a foul. Bit of a coming together. Nothing more than just trying to turn to go back to the ball, and Modric's diving on the floor like a clown. And all of that's because his first touch is terrible, his second touch was worse, and he's having to dive on the floor to get the penalty. So everyone else is going to be raving about the penalty, and this guy shouldn't be sent off. No way, shape, or form. And it's not a foul, all right? Absolutely not. But my first thing is with Modric. How bad of a footballer are you? Your first touch, not the ball about 15 yards up in the air. You had to chase onto it. That time in the air is time that he's not going forward with the ball, by the way. The biggest concern is Modric's getting, I can't say he's getting worse because I think he's always been bad. And Pochettino is doing nothing to correct any of these mistakes. Oh, before we move it on as well, I want to show you this. That the guy's got his eye. Modric hasn't gone to the ground yet. But you can see that this is why he's a cheat. I'd never have this guy in my team. His arms are already up. He's already going for the dive. He already knows what he's trying to do. He already knows he's trying to just dive. Yeah? Well, you're not going to be a good footballer and you'd never play in my team because basically you're going to try to do this next week and the ref's going to book you for diving Instead of just playing the game of football and getting yourself a goal, you're trying to get this guy sent off and doing all sorts of other nonsense. Just be good at the football. Again, Cole Palmer steps up to take the free kick. The penalty. Cole Palmer, here's the thing. He was, as I said, he was a good player before he came to Chelsea. Pochettino doesn't really have to do much with him and just get him on the field and get him the ball. But he does a nice little penalty. Blanc does the keeper, gets himself a goal. This is the next goal, but I want to point out again, look, there's someone in the Premier League telling somebody what to do. What's about to happen in the next 5 seconds? Oh, yes, there's going to be a goal. Muppet. So this guy's gone walkabout. This defender hasn't gone with him, which he should have done, right? He has to go with him. They have to go to, 1v1 here. He has to, right? One of the other things I'm always yelling at people about is body shape and body position. You can see his body shape there. So basically, all he can do is get the ball back to somebody, and he does. He actually I don't think he means this pass, but because his body shape is right, he gets away with it. So when the ball comes in here, he gets a little bit of a dunk, just sticks his foot out, and as he sticks his foot out, because his body shape is right, it just plays a little 1-2, sits up for this guy. No one's close again to actually try to challenge for the ball. This goes down to Pochettino, who's not setting up his midfield again properly. You've got right now, you've got 2 players here for Burnley that are completely unmarked in the midfield. They play a 1-2 around Casado, and there's no support or cover for him. This guy doesn't do anything. This guy doesn't do anything, and you've got 1-2 players completely and utterly unmarked and able to just play a ball. Okay, is it a little bit of a lucky 1-2? Yeah, but the finish is quality outside of the foot. Bosh, have some of that, and that's a quality little finish. But the midfield are making it way, way too easy, for Burnley there, especially as they're a player down. Chelsea need to be doing better. Well, I'm going to try to play this clip. The problem is I can't really play these clips on as much as I have been because Cash is under a copyright strike from the Premier League. And I seem to win them all, but it takes another 15 days or so before I can actually really let things stream on a little bit more to show you more in-depth detail of what I want to talk about. So I want you to watch these idiots here for Burnley defending. Watch what they do here. There's one guy who causes this goal to happen. Here's Cole Palmer. He's the guy that's going to score the goal. He's going to end up exploiting this space here. Let's watch what happens. I'll move this forward here. Oh, look, he's put his arm up and told somebody to go mark someone, right? So go mark the player there, okay, because I'm off to go do something stupid. In about 5 seconds, someone's going to score because I've told somebody what to do on the football field. Instead of just doing my job, I'm telling somebody else to do their job. Watch what this guy does now, right? Remember, that's the space that's going to be exploited. Remember, it's in front of him now, so it looks like there's no way that he's going to exploit that space. As the ball comes in here, though, up he steps. Palmer has a little look. There's not really much of a gap. But when this ball gets fired in here, I don't know I think this is Sterling. I don't know if he actually gets a flick on it or it just looks like he's flicking the ball. But that isn't the concern. The concern is this clown shoes of a player comes storming out, trying to pressure the ball when he's no reason to, by the way, because he's the last line of defence. He's the centre-back, right? And all of a sudden, he misses it and Palmer's in on his own. Watch. Dosh. Here he comes. He's drifting. Just hold. Trust in your midfielders. Do you see the midfielders have let these players dropping behind him? These two here. You get this guy to go on him. You do not go. You hold your line with your teammates and you yell at him to split these two. Split means you've got one there. You split them by standing in the middle so you can go to either one, whichever one receives the ball first. When this gets played in though, watch this, Bronk. Here we go. He's thinking he's a bit mustard, this guy now. Look how big that gap's becoming. He's drifted over. The guy who's told him what to do, he's actually doing something. But remember, the one that always puts his hand up, he's the one that always makes the mistake. So when this ball gets fired in, I'm not sure here if he touches it, but that's a dosh. Yeah, he does. And he oversteps, he overcommits. You see that? He tries to get in too tight. Palmer's right in behind him, and he's straight in to get himself a goal. Just because you've overcommitted, stepped up, this clown shoes of a player here, telling somebody else what to do, he gets himself another goal. To be fair, it's a tidy little finish. He's got a good finish on the wee lad. Oh, a couple of things to say, actually. Someone in the comments asked me, goodness knows, a little while ago about why do people concede on goals straight after? And I say it's an obvious thing. It's one of these things that no one addresses or talks about in football. A lot of it is because no one has the knowledge or the understanding about what I'm about to tell you. The main reason, this is it. Why people like Chelsea just scored and Burnley going to score down the other end. The main reason that teams get scored on instantly, within the next 3 minutes or so, is when they celebrate, they waste all of their energy. Go watch a goal celebration, right? All they do is pump out all their energy, screaming, shouting, yelling, it's almost like you've just had an orgasm, right? And immediately you have a huge crash. Your concentration levels crash, all your energy levels crash because you've just let out all this emotion. That's why when I coach teams, act like you scored before. Yeah, you're going to score again, act like you scored before, because you don't want to pump out all that energy and all that emotion. You bring everything down, and all of a sudden, when the whistle goes to start the game again, you're all down and deflated, and the other teams, you've upset them. They're all pissed off. They're angry, and they're ready to rip your head off. And you're not. You're all laughing and giggling and lost all your energy. Now, it's okay if you've done that on the third goal, and you're winning 3-0, great. But when you're doing it and it's only one goal, that's when you're really, really got to, when you get back on that field, it's switch on. Sorry, I'm rambling on here. But this is the goal scorer. He starts here and he runs in. It's a simple header at the front post, completely unmarked. But this is the fault line here, is the keeper. Not only can we rip all these defenders apart for days, but really the keeper should be catching this. Watch, he's doing a Hollywood save when this ball comes in. Boom, in it comes. Jumps up, completely free. Yeah, but look at the keeper. Watch what he does when this comes across. He really needs to do better. Goes straight through his hands. It's just awful. Keeper should have had that all day long. But there we go. I'll see you next time on Cash Yells at Premier League Footballers.